Hi, good morning. It is Temptation Tuesday or Transformation Tuesday, depending on how you celebrate it. I am Kay Jam, and I just wanted to drop you guys a quick video for folks that are just starting their fitness journey. So I know like some of you had told me that you have back and knee issues, and so you really needed to start a fitness regimen and you were starting to go to the gym. And then this whole social distancing, self-quarantine thing happened and the pandemic is going on. I know it's really hard when you were trying to get into a gym routine to now work out at home, and it's so hard to inspire yourself. I wanted to do a beginner's video because one thing I hate about YouTube is sometimes it'll say a video is for beginners and it's just not. So I'm definitely not a licensed fitness instructor or anything like that. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience some tips that worked for me. As you guys know, I've been practicing yoga now for 1 year and 2 months, and I've been streaming my workouts with Beachbody on demand. I don't receive money for that. I don't receive money for any of this. Oh, and FYI, I am wearing my sister Keisha Kayor's waist eraser. Yes, I wear it all through my work day as I work around my dining room table. So here's the thing. While fitness instructors, whether you're streaming it online, whether you're watching DVDs or whatever you're trying to do right now, and hopefully you are trying to do something, because right now when you're stuck inside your home almost like 24/7, your mind is going to do crazy things. So even if you're not a fitness person, I hope you're getting some sunlight. I hope even if you're just out there gardening and you're just lifting that flower pot up and down, that you're doing something, because your mind is going to play tricks on you. And mine started to. So I still practice yoga at least 5 days a week. And I do it in the mornings before I start my work day. I shower, so I'm like freshly showered from my morning workout, and I have no makeup on. Some days I put makeup on if I feel like I want to do, take some pictures before I start work. Anywho, I'm a morning person, so mornings work for me, and I like it to be nice and quiet. But lately, my pandemic sleep has been more messed up than my normal insomnia. So my pandemic sleep is, I usually sleep for 3 to 4 hours, and then I'll wake up and I'll be up for the rest of the night. Through meditation, I've learned to keep my mind calm, so I'm not frantic about not being able to sleep, but I realized I probably need to increase my morning workouts. So this morning I did a yoga lesson, and then I did a PiYo lesson. I'm just getting into PiYo. I think I'm like 1 week into PiYo. I can't say I love it, but I definitely can see what I can learn from it. Definitely, if you're thinking about getting into PiYo, start off with yoga, because there's a lot of yoga foundation in PiYo, and it'll be easier to follow if you already have the fundamentals of yoga. But anyway, so fitness instructors can tell you about fitness, but they can't really tell you how to get over some of the hurdles when you're at home, because a lot of them are already very into fitness, and maybe they can only answer certain things if you're asking it. But here are some of the common hurdles that I had, and I'm hoping that it helps you. First things first, when I first started with yoga, I could only do about 3 to 5 minutes of a lesson before I'd, be dizzy or break out in sweats and need water. And that's okay. So when you're starting at home, focus more on your form for whatever the workout is. Don't focus on how long you can do it when you first start. Work on your form, because if your form is crappy, you can really hurt yourself at home. So work on your form. Don't look at how long you've been doing it. The key thing for, I think, a long fitness journey is really consistency. And so I started with 3 to 5 minutes last March, and that's all I could do of yoga, and I would do it every day, and I would just keep increasing. And I would do the modifications when I can. Yoga has a lot of modifications for people with bad backs or bad knees. So don't focus on how long you can do something. Don't focus on how long you can keep up with the instructor. In the long run, if you're not a person that enjoys working out, that is going to be your downfall. Your mind frame should really be, thank goodness I hit this mat today, or thank goodness I did this 5-minute workout. it's 5 more minutes towards my health than I had before. So it's really a mind over matter thing. Also, like chasing the scale, you know, I do weigh myself once a week, but more so just because I use the MyFitness app to like plug in everything. And, but if you notice in my journey, I would post pictures, but I would not post what my weight was. I think overall I had lost about 20 pounds in the last year. I definitely put 5 pounds of that back since I've been in quarantine. And for a second, I was like a little depressed about that. But here is the thing. If you're doing it to watch the scale, unless you have a health reason to do that, it's going to be very difficult to do that in the long run. So you have to change your mind frame on how you look at working out. Also, you have to be willing to do modifications. You see that my yoga blocks are on the floor and I have a yoga strap to help build flexibility. There's nothing wrong with doing modifications when you're just starting off. There's nothing wrong with doing modifications when you've been working out for a minute. I've been doing yoga for 1 year and 2 months, and there are certain days that my body needs it. When I'm doing my half moons and my, you know, and my warrior threes, sometimes I do need those blocks, and I grab that bad boy and I get it done. It doesn't make it any less of a workout if you need to do a modification. And especially when it's strength training workouts, pain is not a good idea. Uncomfortability is normal, but if you're feeling pain, you need to back off from whatever the hell it is you're doing because you're probably hurting yourself. So you have to differentiate between the difference of being uncomfortable and being in pain. The minute you feel pain, stop what the hell you're doing. That brings me to another point. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks. So this was the first time I did 2 workouts back to back. My goal was to do my 33-minute yoga lesson this morning. And because I'm still not a big fan of PiYo, I was like, if I can get 10 to 15 minutes of PiYo in and then just shut that thing off, I'm cool with that. Because now to kind of, I'm hoping that changing up my workout regimen will really help my sleep at night. And so my only goal was 10 to 15 minutes. Well, 10 minutes into PiYo, and PiYo, for those of you that don't know, it's a mixture of Pilates and yoga, and I've never done Pilates before, so I'm still learning. So 10 minutes into PiYo, I needed to take like a 2-minute water break, so I did that. I walked around my apartment, I drank my water, and then I regrouped my body. Remember, my only goal was to do 10 to 15 minutes of PiYo today. And so as I was doing that, I took the walk and I said, all right, I can go back and do 5 minutes. I'm not dizzy anymore. I can go back and do 5 minutes and then I'll be done with my workout. Well, lo and behold, Kingston was able to complete her full 35-minute PiYo lesson, and yes, with modifications. PiYo is new to me. It's very fast moving. It's also about form. So just within a week, my push-ups have gotten so much better because in yoga, I definitely struggled with my chaturangas, which are push-ups in yoga, but they're push-ups where most of the time you're taking your form and you're going halfway down, you're holding it, and then usually you switch into like an upward dog position. So if you don't understand that lingo, doesn't even matter. So the thing you need to remember is when you're starting to work out at home, I encourage you not to focus on the time. Focus on your form. Okay, I encourage you to not focus on the fact that right now you can't keep up with the instructor and you don't know what the hell he or she is saying. That is normal. I encourage you to just thank yourself that you've gotten up today and you've decided that you're going to do something to make your mind, body, and spirit feel better. Do not focus on the scale. And remember, small victories. I encourage people to document taking pictures of yourself at least once a month because oftentimes, especially with strength training, you will lose inches, but your fat may turn into muscles, so maybe the scale isn't really moving. I think long-term, making the scale your #1 goal and what direction it goes into is probably a bad idea, but if you're a disciplined person and you can do it, awesome. All right, I was trying to keep this video under 10 minutes so I can also put it on ATV. Those are some of my tips on how to stay fit in this pandemic at home if you're a beginner working out. Love yourself, be easy on yourself, and remember, you didn't get that degree in a day, so don't expect to be fit in a day. You understand what I'm saying? It's all a process. And just thank yourself for how far you've gotten. Watch your form. Get that breathing in. Drink a lot of water. And be consistent. One love.